Hi, I'm Peter and welcome back to the History and Sabre Suites, the channel where I talk about HEMA, history and swords. Now, today's video is about a drill that we use for our Sabre class at Indes Graz, and we call it A&R, or Advance and Retire. Basically, it's similar to what classical and modern fencing instructors do for drilling. It's a footwork and mechanics exercise, also including cuts and thrusts or other techniques that you would like people to practice at any given moment. It's very modular. It can incorporate a lot of the techniques present in the system, but it can also be really fun and you can change around the speed and work on different things. Now, the way we like to do it is have people lined up at one side of the gym near a wall and start by giving the command first position. That's the moment people get their heels together and form first position with their swords sloped. Then we just give the command second position and everybody takes up their guard position in tierce or outside guard, because that's a standard guard position that you stand in according to Roworth. From there, we start the actual exercise. Now, the first and most important command is advance. Now, on advance, people take one full step forward and change to a different guard position of their choice. Now, the second command is retire. This is basically the exact same thing, only people take a full step back and again change guard positions. Now, you might ask, why don't we include cuts and thrusts on advance? Well, actually, we used to do that until a fellow fencer and friend talked to us about it and say, hey, well, cutting or thrusting on a standard step forward isn't really true or isn't really correct according to the system. And we were like, hey, yeah, you're onto something. So we changed it. Now, this brings us to the next command, which is lunge. Now, on the lunge, people should either be thrusting or cutting. Depending on what you want to practice in that particular session, you can limit it to one or the other. But we usually, with our more advanced students, we just let them decide for themselves. So on the lunge, they can either thrust or cut. Now, in order to get back into second position, another command is necessary, so everyone can, do it simultaneously. So on the lunge, we give the command guard, which brings people back into second position, into a guard position of their liking. Now, you can also, for example, incorporate other techniques. We, for example, have been working with Taylor's lessons over the past few weeks, and the slip on a St. George guard is kind of prevalent there to cover your head. And what you could do is just after a advance or retire or a lunge, you could just say slip. People get back into first position, covering their head with St. George's guard, and you can work from there. Slip, lunge, guard, slip, guard, slip, guard. Now, as I said, you can change the speed. You can do different runs at different speeds or increase it in the same go. However you want to do it, you can also see it as a kind of cardio exercise, really ramping up the speed. So yeah, it's also not strictly for Roworth. You can adapt it to all the other sources you might be using: Italian sabre, Hutton, French sabre, German sabre, Spanish sabre, whatever you like. And you could even apply it to rapier, for example. Even longsword would work if you adapted it correctly. Now, I hope you found this useful, and I encourage you to take from it whatever suits you and whatever suits your needs. And I hope you enjoyed it. On that note, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel for more content in the future, and see you next time. Bye bye.